What is up, guys? California Phantom here. Let's talk about the imminent release of the DJI Mavic Mini. So as I've said in some of my Facebook posts and some of my tweets, the Mavic Mini represents the perfect drone for those who know nothing about drones. I know it's exciting when DJI releases another product. Everybody wants to swarm around this new drone from DJI, but unfortunately for me, I'm not buying the hype. Any of you who want the valid argument of why this drone is actually bad for the drone industry, stick around. In order to better explain DJI's philosophy, you kind of have to go back to the Osmo Pocket.
Meet Osmo Pocket, a compact, stabilized smart camera that was made to fit in every moment.
In my opinion, the cultural change, the philosophy of the company itself has changed with the Osmo Pocket. See, when I got into the drone industry, I got into it with the Phantom 2 Vision. The Phantom 3 came out, Phantom 3 Professional. That's sort of when I began my career as a professional drone pilot. Their sales and support were awesome. If I had any issues, they would take care of it. I'd have a very quick turnaround. I live in California, so it was usually back within 10 or to 15 days. Very little charge to no charge. DJI had no complaints. But then they introduced the Osmo Pocket, and it was a fantastic Snickers-sized variant of the full-sized Osmo. It was everything I wanted. It was the 4K, the 60 frames. It was portable. Then there was the audio issue. The audio issue I'm talking about is the USB-C adapter so that you can connect the microphone. That adapter, for some ridiculous reason, ended up being $40 or in some places $50. Now I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but a USB-C to stereo adapter is something that can easily be purchased on Amazon for 99 cents. I know you guys aren't quite connecting the dots, so I'm going to explain a little bit more. DJI made a proprietary USB-C adapter, something that only they could make for this Osmo Pocket. They list the Osmo Pocket at an exceptional value, but then they make you buy a $50 adapter that costs realistically on an open market $2. Wouldn't be an issue if you can buy your own USB to stereo, but that particular DJI adapter is only made in-house, only made proprietary. Nobody else can produce it. This, to me, symbolized the fundamental change in DJI's core philosophy. In my mind, it demonstrated to me that DJI was all about profit. And I was soon met with the first of many very large repair bills for a DJI related product. See, my Phantom 4 had a sudden power loss. I was up at about 25 feet and it smashed to the ground. Still in warranty, still the same circumstance. I contacted DJI. They said, no problem, send it to us, we'll take care of it. It's within the warranty. And then I got the repair bill. They did take care of the defective battery, but unfortunately they charged me for the hull. They charged me for the landing gear. They said that there were stress cracks. Even though the unit fell from the sky, they could determine that there was landing stress cracks. So they charged all these things to justify the repair bill. You take my small example and you couple it with the many people that have had similar issues when they return or they attempt to have their DJI product service, and then you start to see a pattern. Now, I understand this company has to make a profit. It's important for their bottom line. But with a company that owns as much as the drone industry as this company, DJI, has, they have taken a back seat to customer service. Companies like Autel, who I've had experience with, companies like X Dynamics, they are hungry for the customer service. The customer is always right. I had a 3-month-old defective Autel Evo battery. I called them up. They had me send a screenshot of my flight controller showing that the battery was defective. I provided them with a serial number, and I had another order out that same day for a replacement Evo battery. I don't know if it's a change in profit driven. I don't know if it's tariff related. I don't know if it's just a cultural philosophy of this company, but DJI is money grubby. They don't put their customers first, and they're consistently trying to sell you something with the highest margin. You're probably thinking, what does this have to do with the Mavic Mini? The Mavic Mini, or I'd like to call it the Mavic Osmo Pocket, is the most overhyped, underperforming drone DJI has ever released. The problem I have with this drone is the specs. They're providing a 2.7K camera when we know that the camera is almost identical to the Osmo Pocket. The Osmo Pocket shoots in 4K 60 frames. So why wouldn't DJI just provide 4K 60 frames with this Mavic Mini?
Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
So Mark, why is this a problem? Why? They're playing it smart. They have a drone for everybody, a price point in line. Why is this an issue? It's an issue because it's throttling the drone industry. It's throttling the drone industry because they have new drones. They release new drones. These drones have capabilities better than what they're actually providing us. This drone very easily could have 4K 60 capability. They're not giving it to you. Why are they not giving it to you? They don't want to affect the Phantom series with the 60 frames. That's why they only provide 30 frames on the Mavic 2. And don't let me get started with the Mavic 2. The Mavic 2 Pro came out. I was hyped. I was buying the hype. Hasselblad camera. If any of you are familiar with Hasselblad, you know that they make fantastic cameras. We're talking $15,000 cameras. These are the elite of the elite cameras. So when they announce Hasselblad, the leaks come out with this Hasselblad logo, I got hyped. I didn't care what the price was. I take a second mortgage on my house. I don't care.
Shut up and take my money.
But then it came out and it was expensive, a lot more expensive than the Phantom series. And what did it deliver? It delivered a Phantom 4 that was shrunk down and had foldable arms. Now, many of you who didn't own a Phantom wanted something that was portable. By all means, if you want to pay that price, you want to pay double the cost of a Phantom to have a shrunken down Phantom with a little bit better night capabilities, go right ahead. It's another thing that pisses me off is that night mode that's on the Mavic 2. That's a software related thing. That's something that could exist on the Phantom 4 Pro now, but DJI won't give it to us. They won't give it to us because they want to sell it onto something else. They want to put it onto a Phantom 5. They want to put a few more gimmicks, a few more bells and whistles, and push out a $3,000 drone or a $4,000 drone. And they want to dump it on us. It's almost like they're taking Apple's playbook with these incremental releases and going with it. It's the problem with being the leader, it's the problem with being at the top, is they don't have to give you the very best that they have. They only need to make you believe it's the best they have. The Mavic Mini doesn't even have orientation lights. This little $20 piece of shit right here, this has orientation lights. This has roll capabilities, one button roll capabilities. This doesn't have any sonars, but it does have the capability to return where you took off from. This drone is $20. Yes, it doesn't have brushless motors. It has brushed motors. It's clearly not the best drone. It's not the best drone, but it's just an example, okay? DJI has the capability. They have the resources. They have the means. They're not innovating anymore. It almost seems like they're going backwards instead of forwards. They're spreading themselves between the Osmo Pocket, the Osmo Action, the Inspire line, the Phantom line, the Mavic Air line, the Mavic Mini line. They have so much going out, and I believe they're so thin. That's why we're not seeing anything amazing anymore. You got companies now that are producing drones capable of lifting 20, 30-pound cameras. They fly 80 miles an hour. You know, drones that are far better than the Inspire series. When you're looking into Hollywood and in that arena where an Inspire would fit, people aren't using Inspires. They're using other drones. You got X Dynamics coming in with their Evolve drone. It's a fantastic drone. It does have its shortfalls, but they're working on it. They're knocking on the back door of DJI. Autel, they've been pushing out the Evo for a long time. You can guarantee that they're working hard on that Evo 2. Then you have Skydio, Skydio 2. Skydio 2 is imminent. It's going to be inbound in November. Sure, it won't be available initially to every country, but I'm looking at the horizon, and what I'm seeing is other drone manufacturers are stepping to the plate. They are hungry. They want our service. They're giving us fantastic customer service first, and they're listening to us. Okay? We didn't like the Skydio or the R1 because it didn't have a controller. What does the Skydio 2 have? They included a controller. These companies are listening. They want the feedback, and they're enacting it. DJI are just not doing it. And the troubling thing for me is I'm seeing people offloading their Phantoms. They're offloading. I had somebody online come to me asking about selling their Mavic Air because they want to buy a Mavic Mini. And I think to myself, why would you do that to yourself? Why would you sell a drone that's superior to get something inferior? It almost reminds me of all those Model S people who bought those Tesla Model S's, which, you know, that's like a Rolls Royce car, to sell it so that they get the Model 3. They're just buying into the hype. They're buying into the culture of it, not really understanding what the specs, what the drone is actually capable of. This Mavic Mini is so disappointing to me. I know this video is going to sound like a rant, and maybe it is. Maybe it's just a huge rant.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
That's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit that like and subscribe. If you haven't already, go ahead and click the subscribe button now. Drop me a comment letting me know what you think about DJI, this Mavic Mini. Are you going to get it? Is it exciting? Is DJI really changing that cultural, that philosophy? Are they just kind of money grubby now? Leave your comments down below. I'm always interested in hearing it, and we'll catch you on the next adventure.